Hey everyone, Rich here. Now today is day 3 of the Fitbit field testing. And today I want to go over the dashboard. So one thing I want to mention before you actually sync up to the dashboard, you need to make sure the Fitbit device is not connected to like your Bluetooth phone or some other device, because it won't sync up when you try to go to sync. It'll come back with some error saying that it cannot talk to the device. That's because it's already connected to another device. So you need to make sure you're disconnected from the actual other device before you try to sync up with the Fitbit dashboard. I just want to make sure you understand that. Now on the dashboard, you got your tiles that tells you all kind of different information from your daily activities, how much water you have consumed, your sleep, your blood pressure, friends, recent exercise, your badges, your goal, calorie burn, food plan, weight, and you have the option to sign up for Fitbit Premium. Now these tiles are not stuck in one place. You can actually rearrange them and customize the look to whatever liking that's suitable for you. So you can, like I say, you can move them around. You can have whatever tiles, and they're all clickable and movable. So let me go over some of the tiles here. Now right here where you see you got this week activities. So right now I got 4,088 steps on Wednesday. Tuesday's when I got the Fitbit, so I didn't do much stepping on that day. So you can see I only had 377. But you can click on this and it will show you how many miles. You can click on this one, show how many calories you've burned. And then click on this one to see how many floors you have actually done per day. And at the bottom it'll show you your actual goal that you're trying to work towards on each one of these tabs. So your goal for Wednesday was 2 out of 35. My goal for this one is 4,000, so I'm pretty behind on steps, but I'll make that up as time goes along. Now once I sync it, it will show me my actual sleep, update my blood pressure, update how many steps I've done today, and everything else that needs to be updated. But I'll do the update in a minute. I'm going to show you in a minute. So to update, you're going to have your Fitbit sync icon. It'll be different for your Mac or your Windows, but you can also sync on your phone, but I'll do another video on the phone too. But for today I'm going to sync with my desktop. Now once I click sync, it's going to bring up the Fitbit Connect, and it's searching for my Fitbit. Just make sure your Fitbit is close nearby the computer, because it's using Bluetooth to talk to your Fitbit. So now you see it says connected, and it's syncing the actual Fitbit tracker. So let's take a few minutes. We just wait on it a little bit. And now the sync is complete. And then it says go to dashboard. Now I'm already on my dashboard. So what I'm going to do is just reload the page and let it refresh. And you can see now it's updated. But if you didn't have the page open, once you click on that link, it will actually open the dashboard into your browser. So now you can see that I've done 379 steps. I've burned 675 calories and 0.14 mile. My sleep, I guess I didn't sleep much last night because I was up late doing some homework. So I only got 5 hours and 29 minutes sleep, which is not good. It'll show me my restless I was restless for 4 times. And also my blood pressure currently is 71. Now, like I say, if you stroll down, you can see all the different stuff. Now, when you click on a tile, it can give you more information. So once I click on sleep, you see it tells me here I was restless for 4 minutes. I was awake for 0, and I actually slept 5 hours and 29 minutes. And then it shows you the range where I actually sleep. So I was sleeping from 2 till I guess 8. Yeah, 7:34. So from 2 a.m. to 7:34 is when I actually sleep. Now on each day, it has its own different result. Now if I want to change any one of the settings, I want to click on the settings button over here, and I can choose my time of sleep. So say I want to sleep for 5 hours a day, I can adjust this number right there. But you know, it always recommend that an adult gets 7 to 9 hours sleep per night. And I'll just leave that as is. Now it's always good to drink water. Alright, it says click here, and you can see yesterday I only drank 8 ounces of water. Now to add the amount of water that you drink, you would need to go to see more. And once you click on see more, this is where you go in and you can add your activities, your weight, your sleep, all that good stuff. So on your food log, you can type in what you eat. Now say I went to Taco Bell, so I can say taco, and you see it start generating a list of the stuff that you can just automatically click on, and then it will fill in the rest for you as far as the grams, calorie, and all that stuff. And I said toad, I meant to say taco. But even with the misspelling that I did, you see it actually brought up what I was trying to actually say. So even though I misspelled toad for taco, it actually corrected it for me and fill in the list for me. And you can say how much and the time of the day, like if you ate it for breakfast, morning snack, lunch, afternoon snack, dinner, after dinner, all that stuff. And then it will start tracking all this information down here for you. So stroll on a little bit down, and you can see you got the breakfast, and you can add notes. Then if we go down a little bit further, this is where you add in your fluid consumption. So for today, I can say I actually had 16 ounces of water. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in and log it, and see now it's logged. You can delete it if you made a mistake. And once I did that, I can go back up to my dashboard. So once I get back to the dashboard, you can see that it added that I drank 2 glasses of water today. So now I need to fill in 6 more. And 6 will complete my daily intake, and I've reached my goal of 64 fluid ounce. So like I said, you know, each one of these tiles have their own different information and setting. You can go on these little dots right here and add this extra tile where it shows activity plus stash, and that's the only one you have available right now. But if you remove any one of these, it automatically goes to this list, so you can add them back in later. So you don't have to worry about deleting one of these tiles if you accidentally do. So if I go here and I click the delete, this tile is going to end up on this list over here. So I can always add it back in whenever. So that's it on the Fitbit dashboard. Basically, it gives you more information that you can possibly get on looking at the Fitbit Blaze screen. because the screen is so small, but it doesn't give you all the details that you're trying to look for. So now I'm going to move on to going into the Fitbit Blaze dashboard settings that you can adjust from the actual dashboard. So you want to go up to the little setting things over here and then click on Blaze. So now that's going to take me into my device settings where I can set up my alarms and different stuff like that. Because you remember in my last video I told you cannot set up the alarms on the device. You have to actually set it up on the dashboard or on your app and then sync it with the Fitbit. So as you can see, I have an alarm already set up and I can turn it on and off if I wanted to, and then I have to do the syncing. But if I want to add a new alarm, I can say set an alarm for now I'm using military time, but you can use regular time. You don't have to actually use military time. Then I click save. So now you can see it added that time to the list, and all I have to do now is sync it with the Fitbit, and then that alarm will be on the Fitbit. So I can sync it to be on or sync it to be off, and then once it gets to the Fitbit, it'll actually sync up and display on the list. So that's the silent alarm. Also, I can set my daily goal progress. I can get notified when I reach my steps, distance, calories burned, or floors climbed. Right now I have mine on steps, so it will let me know when I reach my goal of 10,000 steps each day. If I stroll on a little bit down, I got my quick view gesture. Now this works when I bring the Fitbit Blaze up to my viewing position, which means every time I raise my arm, it's going to turn on the screen. If I don't want that, I can just put it on off, and then that won't happen every time I raise up the Fitbit in viewing position. But I like the fact that when I raise it into position, it comes on and shows me the information. So I'm going to leave that on for my sake. Stroll on a little bit further down, you got your clock displays. So you got this one, which is called Pop. Then you got Zone. This was the original one that came with the Fitbit. And then you have Flare. Currently I'm using Zone because I like that one right there. And this, like I said, once you choose it and sync it, then the Fitbit will display it the way that it's displayed here. You got your dominant hand. What hand do you wear your Blaze on? Okay, well, my dominant hand is the hand that you're trying to put it on. But I use non-dominant because that way I can switch it back and forth. So now let's move on to sleep tracking. On your sleep tracking, it tracks the sensitivity of your movements. So if you, I guess, move a lot, you want to put it on normal. And if you don't, then you want to put it on sensitive. I'm just guessing on that one. But I leave mine on normal. Now you got your heart rate settings, which you can set up to track your heart rate on, off, or auto. I leave mine auto. That way it just tracks it on its own. It does all the work. I don't have to worry about trying to turn it on and off. Now let's talk about exercise shortcuts. Now remember in my previous video, I showed you how you can choose between run, bike, weights, treadmill, elliptical, and workout. But there's actually more shortcuts. Unfortunately, you can only select 7 of those shortcuts. So if you click on edit exercise shortcuts, it'll bring up a list of additional workouts that you can do. So here you see hiking, you can do spinning, yoga, you can do boot camp, circuit training, if you do golfing, kickboxing, martial arts, Pilates, stair climbers, tennis, or walk. So whichever top 7 that you do, you can always change these around. So like I say, you choose the ones that preferable to you, whether you do martial arts, stair climbing, tennis, walking, whatever you like to do. You just choose the ones that's suitable to you, and then once you choose it, you save, you sync, and then it's going to update it on the Fitbit. So below that, you have automatic recognize exercises. So the Fitbit can recognize when you're actually doing certain activities like walking, running, outdoor biking, elliptical, sport, and aerobic workout. So if you say you actually walk more than 10 minutes, then it automatically start tracking that you're walking. And it goes the same for all of these. And you can modify the time. But to me, if I'm actually walking, I would like to start earlier than actually an hour and 30 minutes later. Or you can just have it ignore the actual activity. So it won't recognize that you're exercising, and then it would just won't do any tracking for you. But all of that is your choice. You can choose whether you like to do that or not. Once you come down to your run cues, now your run cues show you how run cue works. When the run cue interval is reached, your device will show a summary data from that specific lap interval. Distant units are based on user preference. So right now, where I have it on, once I reach half a mile on a run, it'll give me a feedback of my data that I've run so far. And this is changeable, so you can do up to 20 minutes or 5 miles. All depends. And it will give you that run cue every time it reach 5 miles or 20 minutes. You just set it up however you like. So at the bottom, you'll notice it says changes won't appear until I do the next sync with the actual device. So I'd have to sync up to the Fitbit for all these changes that I made on this screen to take effect. So the last thing you can do is remove the device from your account. Now I'm going to go up to the sync and actually sync up so it can make all these changes that I'll make in effect. So now it's going through the process of trying to search for the Fitbit tracker. It's doing the syncing. Says it takes several minutes, but normally it's quicker than that. Depends on how many changes you got to do. And now it says sync is complete. And I can go back to my dashboard. Okay, so I did a little walking around, went up and down the stairs in the basement, just to show you how when you update it, it actually tracks every little steps and move that you make. So I'm about to update it and show you what I just did in the last 5 minutes. Reload the page. So you see, I've added 806 steps. I've actually did 0.33 miles and I went 5 floors. So the floors only count when you go up. It doesn't count when you come back down. So if you're in a building that has 5 floors, on the 5th floor you'll get counted for. Once you come back down those stairs, those don't count. So it only goes when you actually go up, because you burn more calories going upstairs than downstairs. So I guess that's why they count it that way. So I guess that's going to be it on this video. I really wanted to go over the dashboard setting in this video just to show you all the different settings, how you can do the tiles and how you can rearrange the tiles, all the information you can get from all the different tiles, and show you how you can make the changes to the Fitbit Blaze by going in there, like changing the clock face and changing your exercise routines and stuff like that. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and look forward to the next video when I'm actually going to be doing some exercises and see how it actually logged those exercises that I've done. So stay tuned to my channel, subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.